Hello guys, my name is Justin or Proxito and welcome back to my iRacing experience video. Now before we start, let me be very clear, I'm not a sim racer, I'm not really good at it. Most of my races ended up in DNFs. As you can see from this iRacing history for December, most of my races ended in DNFs or very low positions. But my last race is probably my best race. So today we will take a look at my most recent race in the Mazda MX-5 Cup. Alright, heading out for qualifying. First things first, this is my outlap, so it's a good way to get a good feel for the track, also warm up my tires. As you can see, I'm driving the stock Mazda MX-5. I definitely wasn't using a racing line, turning it off for the demo review. Yeah, obviously I'm lying, I definitely had the racing line. But here we go at the end of the outlap, going into turn 7, almost flat out. It is important that I carry as much speed as possible. 5th gear on the main straight. Here starts our qualifying lap, heavy braking into turn 1, downshifting. You can see the car is wobbling a little bit. This is just my pure skill. But we make it safely into turn 1. Then turn 2 is pretty difficult because the car likes to slide out at this corner. We make it that, almost flat out into turn 3. And then comes up probably one of the most difficult spots, which is the uphill section. Almost flat out into this corner. The car jumps. It's very easy to lose the car here, but we make it look clean. 3rd gear into turn 6, and then again flat out down the hill, release the throttle, point the car, and just go flat out into the last turn and onto the straight again. This is actually a very good lap. It's probably one of my best laps ever, and the lap is 58 seconds, 0.923. So it's probably one of my best laps ever. Of course, in qualifying you get to do 2 laps, but in this case I didn't need it. I definitely didn't bottle the second attempt and do a track limits violation, but whatever. Now race day, my time got me position 5. So here you can see the white little Mazda waiting for the start, and slides out, and away we go. I got a very good start. I made 2 positions right away. So into turn 1 I'm already in P3. I'm staying close to the leaders. Don't want to make stupid moves or stupid mistakes in lap 1. The main thing is to survive lap 1. Again, some wobbles from the car because I'm not really used to this. I'm not used to iRacing at all. But I managed to keep somewhat close to the leaders. And there's a blue Mazda behind me chasing me, but that guy is significantly slower than me, so I managed to keep my P3 position on the first lap. As you can see, keeping a relatively clean racing line, chasing the leaders. My goal was to keep at least P3 in this race. Well, hopefully my biggest hope was to finish the race at all. But we survived lap 1. Lap 2 was relatively clean also into turn 1, keeping the racing line and chasing the leaders. As you can see, they're starting to get away from me a little bit, but I still managed to somehow catch them up. Again, there's a blue Mazda up on my butt, so yeah, trying to keep him at bay as well. But on this lap, pretty much no really heavy mistakes, pretty clean. I'm losing time here and there, but managed to keep the car on the track. So here is the end of lap number 2. On lap number 3 is where I really start to feel the tires degrading, because the car starts to slide a little bit, so it's a bit difficult to control. I still somewhat managed to keep the racing line into turn 1. At some point I actually start to catch up to P2 because I think made a mistake, but as you can see, the blue Mazda is catching me somehow, even though his times were lower, but I started making some mistakes. So into the uphill section, I keep it relatively clean, but turn 6 is where the mistake happens. As you can see, I go off wide, which allows the blue Mazda to really catch up to me. Things would be good, but into turn 7, the last corner, I go wide again. And on the straight, the blue Mazda easily overtakes me without any problems. At this point, I'm still very calm. My goal is to get that position back, because I know that based on lap times, that guy is slower. So I'm still up one position from my starting position, which was P5. The blue Mazda is also making some mistakes, so I thought at this point, okay, I'll catch him, no problem. At this point, the race really got neutralized, because there weren't any big mistakes from me or my competitors. We kept it very clean, and yeah, the race basically just became stable for the next four laps. So jumping to lap 8, because as I said, the race was very stable, no big mistakes or nothing. On lap 8, I really started catching the blue Mazda in front of me. Here into turn 1, I'm sliding a bit, trying to keep it clean. Then turn 2 comes, and here is the mistake that I made. I spun out very easily. I mean, this is a spot where the car tends to lose control, especially if the tires are worn. And I made the biggest rookie mistake of my life. As you can see, I fell down to position 7, but one car made pretty similar mistake to what I did, so I gained one position back immediately. So at this point, I'm P6, one position down from my starting grid. And yeah, at this point, I was very furious, because I literally could taste the podium. I really wanted the podium, but at this point I just wanted to salvage what I can from this race, you know, drive cleanly and at least finish the race. So the race went on to till lap 12. On the last lap, the car was already sliding pretty horribly. The blue Mazda was 4 seconds ahead of me, so I was in a empty spot with clean air, just not making any mistakes, driving very cautiously so that I could at least finish the race. So yeah, lap 12 was pretty bad for me, because the car was sliding as hell. But yeah, trying to keep clean into the uphill section, very slowly into this corner, and then flat out into the downhill section, let off the throttle and going full throttle onto the straight. And here is the finish line. I finished 12 laps, started at P5, ended up P6. At this moment I was very devastated, because I threw away a podium finish. But looking from a different perspective, comparing my other races where I barely finished, most of them ended in DNFs, so to start P5 and to cleanly end P6, I think it's good improvement for me, because, you know, I shouldn't beat myself up because of it. I feel like that podium will definitely come, and I feel a lot of improvement in myself comparing my other races to this one. So yeah, I feel like that podium will definitely come. And for now, I can only take the hard lessons and learn from them. And yeah, the race is over, coming into the pits, so might as well end the video. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this iRacing video. I plan on making some more. So if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more sim racing content. Also, if you have any tips for rookie drivers, make sure to drop them in the comment section down below. Again, my name is Justin or Proxito, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.